Despite growing rumblings about a possible early general election, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis is setting the record straight. Bahamians will not be heading to the polls anytime soon, according to the nation's leader. His comments come amid chatter about the possibility of a snap election. While the Prime Minister has not yet publicly revealed a date, he hinted that he has already selected one.
Talk myself. I'm hearing the talk of early election, but we have a lot of work to do. And we are executing our work. And I have still a number of things to get started before I call an election. And once they get started and on the way, then you can say election is imminent, but it's not imminent now.
So you will do it when the time is
that's in my, when the election we call is here in my heart.
Meantime, another exchange between two party leaders, this time not over policy, but profession. This war of words centering on what's been seen by some as a direct hit to everyday Bahamians, including those in the orange economy. Here again is Devontae Hanna.
What began as a political shot from the Prime Minister has mushroomed into a broader conversation about dignity in work for opposition leader Michael Pintard. And it all began during an event on Sunday when the Prime Minister took aim at the F&M leader, questioning if he ever held a real job, going further to suggest that if not, he's unqualified to lead the country.
I asked what was his job. I didn't know. I still don't know, but I now understand he's saying that he was a creative. Well, fine, that's a job. I thought I was helping him because I think the Bahamian people like to know what he does or has been doing. I think that's a fair question. So I asked it for them, and he just needed to answer it. He didn't need to make it an issue.
Pintard quickly took to social media condemning the Prime Minister's remarks as not only disrespectful to the orange economy, but everyday hardworking Bahamians.
As a student, I worked at McDonald's. I respect all fast food workers. I worked as security at Britannia. I respect security. All of the ordinary Bahamians who've put politicians on their shoulder and delivered them, whether it's to the Senate or to the lower house, we ought to respect them.
But Prime Minister Davis denied any disrespect, adding that his comments were aimed at Pintard's leadership credentials, not at those in creative fields.
If you look at my blueprint for change, I've said that I will be, one of the things I'm going to be developing is the orange economy. And we're well on the way of doing that. And I have done more for the orange economy than I think he did when he was Minister of Culture.
Pintard, however, used the opportunity to warn the Prime Minister that the next generation is watching.
And never give them the impression that based on the kinds of vocations that you have had, that you cannot dream of ascending to the highest political office. And so for every landscaper, another job I did, you have an opportunity and you are no less qualified.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Thanks, Devontae. Power has been restored to the majority of Harbour Island after a power outage early this afternoon. The blackout is being attributed to one of Bahamas Power and Light's rental generation units tripping offline due to an overvoltage fault. BPL thanks Harbour Island hotels for reducing their demand on the grid that helps to ease the area's power load. Further south, BPL confirmed an island-wide outage in Mayaguana shortly before 1:30 this afternoon due to an overheated generation unit. BPL's operations team is currently mobilizing additional generation personnel from Long Island to assist with the necessary repairs. Based on the current assessment, power restoration is expected by tomorrow morning. The Royal Bahamas Police Force acknowledging several voice notes circulating on various social media platforms, purportedly implicating one of its members. The police force has confirmed that the Commissioner of Police has directed an investigation into the matter. The viral voice notes appear to implicate one or more officers in a covert operation in the area of the airport. The men purportedly spoke of stashing suspected contraband in bushes, having a government-issued service weapon, and using it if necessary. In a statement, the police force states that the officer implicated has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. Police are tonight searching for a pair of armed robbers who accosted a woman early this morning. Police say the woman was asleep at her residence on Mays Court around 2:30 a.m. when she was awoken by two hooded gunmen who entered her bedroom and demanded cash. Authorities say after she complied, the culprits robbed her of personal items, her 2013 silver Nissan Note, and fled the scene in the vehicle. An investigation into this matter continues. Still to come, remembering Rodney Monker. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Why did we decide to put together our country's first nationwide comprehensive energy reforms? We knew that there were no easy answers. BPL was more than $500 million in debt when we came in, operating a failed electricity grid with key components on the verge of collapse. A grid incapable of transmitting solar energy. Changing all of this is a huge project, one that is finally underway. The sky-high bills, the chronic power outages, they've hurt Bahamian families and Bahamian businesses. We are going to leave all of that in the past. We are taking it all on, and transforming energy is going to transform our economy. Go online now to learn more.
In the southern stretch of the Bahamas, where the ocean shifts from turquoise to deep sapphire, lies a place called Exuma. A place as rich in history as it is in natural beauty. More than just a paradise, it's a community woven together by salt, sun, and stories. Here in the heart of Exuma, the sails were up and the spirit was high for the 69th edition of the National Family Island Regatta. Thousands journeyed here not just to witness the battle on the water, but to experience the culture.
Exuma offers more than just breathtaking views. During Regatta Week, we experience the soul of the island, a celebration of heritage, resilience, and community.
Join us on Friday, May 23rd at 8:30 p.m. for breathtaking highlights from the National Family Island Regatta. It's where the wind takes us, only on the ZNS Network.
Hello, I'm Mario Nuri. It's never too early to prepare for a hurricane, and we want to make sure our community is always ready. So we invite you to join us for another A Familiar Walk, Step Towards Hurricane Preparedness, with special guests, Lisa Pinder, Director General, Dr. Trevor Johnson of the Bahamas Red Cross, Disaster Risk Management Authority representatives, and Charles Johnson of J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers. So do join us and stay weather aware.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
It's been just over a month since New Providence's Old Trail, Solomon's, and Costrite stores were ravaged by fire. And during yesterday's launch of Eleuthera Markets in Governor's Harbor, AML Foods Chief Executive Officer Gavin Warthorne said though his team was initially discouraged, however, he is confident the parent company will rise from the ashes.
I've got our permits to start demolition. We just got them this week, and we expect that we'll start demolitions on our side of the property. Maybe as early as next week, we'll start working to clear it down and get ready to rebuild it again, bigger and better.
The gift of sight to be given to a number of Bahamians and funding the eye surgeries. The People's Republic of China, whose ambassador to the Bahamas, says a group of Chinese surgeons are already preparing to visit the Bahamas.
So later this year, a team of doctors from Hunan province, from one of China's top hospitals, will come to Nassau and will stay in Princess Margaret Hospital. Will stay there for about a month and to perform 200 to 300 eye surgery, so cataract surgeries. So I very much look forward to the embassy doing this utmost to help Bahamian people, regain their sight and step out of the darkness.
As for China's people-to-people program with the Bahamas, the ambassador says it's growing with more Bahamians scheduled to take advantage of training programs in China this year.
In 2024, last year alone, according to our incomplete statistics, around 50 Bahamian people actually visited China, funded by my embassy. And this year, now it's towards the end of May. And since the beginning of this year, already 20 Bahamians have already traveled to China with the financial support of my embassy for various training programs. And in mid-June, in the coming, 1 month, mid-June, over 20 Bahamian officials will go to China for a bilateral agricultural training program.
Government leaders and well-wishers gathered in Parliament Square today as the body of former senator, activist, and radio personality Rodney Monker lied in state in the foyer of the Senate this morning. Those that viewed his body also got a chance to speak to his family in Parliament. Monker previously served as president of the Bahamas Construction Union and public relations officer for the Bahamas Taxicab Union. In 2016, he was sworn in as a senator. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, shares his memories of Monker.
Think of his life, I think of the statement by that famous black American congressman, John Lewis, who urges all of us to fight injustices. And to do so, sometimes you have to get in trouble. But then that's good trouble. So Rodney got in trouble a lot of times, but it was always good trouble. It was always rooted in some cause that you could point to. That he was, he thought that children were not being treated properly in school, or the surroundings in which they were being taught was not good, and he'll be there with that voice leading it and standing up to truth, to power, to ensure that the truth is exposed and the issues addressed.
Monker was a passionate social activist who rose to national acclaim on the airwaves with his sometimes controversial views and distinctive style. Opposition leader Michael Pintard agreed with the Prime Minister that Monker spoke truth to power.
He has been consistent over the years as an activist, and he did it his way. Nobody dictated how he did his politics. And he was very shrewd. He had the ability to be associated with an organization because that gave him strength when he criticized the organization. But he's been in pretty much all of them. And nevertheless, Bahamians learned to fall in love with Rodney no matter which organization he was a part of. He is a cultural icon in the Bahamas, very colorful in the way he addresses national issue. We will miss his activism and we'll miss his voice.
We'll certainly all remember the leader of the Women Dem. Almajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Almajal?
And day one of the Sam Haven Soccer Nationals officially in the books. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this brings great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Striping, the Bahamian company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Join us on Social Mania, a new and dynamic game show based on the Ministry of Education's primary and junior high school social studies curriculum. Students from schools across the Bahamas go head-to-head as their knowledge of social studies is challenged. In this episode, Gambier Primary battles with Sadie Curtis Primary School. Which school will emerge as winner? To find out, join us as these two schools engage in intense competition. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The country's biggest soccer tournament officially underway as the Sam Haven Nationals kicking off at the Roscoe Davies Soccer Field on Wednesday. Eugene Stewart was on the pitch and lets us know who walked away winners after day one.
Day one of the 6th edition of the Samuel P. Haven Junior High School Soccer Nationals wrapping up at the Roscoe Davies playing field. First matchup for the senior girls featured defending GSSA champions, the C.R. Walker Knights, facing off against the St. Andrews Hurricanes. Making their presence known early, the Knights would go up 3-0 before the start of the second half, giving them the early advantage. After the whistle to begin the second half, the Knights, led by left wing and striker Valtanique Simmons, continued to dominate to take their first victory by a whopping 6-0.
Last year, we didn't do as we planned, but this year we come here with a fight and we will execute whatever we can do, whatever we have to do and execute it as we should.
BAISS runner-ups, the Queen's College Comets, wasted no time against the GSSA runner-ups, the R.M. Bailey Pacers. The Comets quickly pushed for a 3-0 lead to end the first half, and as they ended the second half, the Comets never looked back, taking down the Pacers by a demanding 5-0. Head coach of the Comets, Dion Peterson, on his team's victory.
Pretty good. It's been difficult getting the girls together because of exams and stuff. We've not been able to really practice. So it was a nice, surprising win today, honestly.
In the final matchup of the evening, the defending BAISS Senior Boys champs Windsor School battled it out against the CV Bethel Stingrays. Windsor would take first blood in this one with an early goal in the first 7 minutes. Ensuring their lead, Windsor added another goal to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Both teams showing their defensive side to remain scoreless through the second half, and in the end, it would be Windsor taking this one 3-1. Head coach Killian Lyons on his team's performance.
CV Bethel were really, really good. I wasn't expecting to be as good as they were and put as much pressure on. I was expecting a tough game. I knew that they were going to come out with a lot of pressure, a lot of fight, a lot of drive to get the game over and done with. But my guys put in the work and went on and won the game, thankfully.
Action currently underway with Lyford Key taking on C.I. Gibson in the senior girls division. And for the senior boys, St. Andrews takes on Government High. And GSSA champs Anatole Rogers, they take on Lyford Key. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
And over in Montiel Heights this morning, the CAG's Raptors celebrating a stellar athletic as well as academic semester. Our intern, Swanson Gibson Jr., was present for their Green Day celebrations and followed this report.
The C.H. Reeves Raptors holding their Green Day celebration at the school's campus on Thursday. Dozens of students and faculty gathered in the courtyard, acknowledging the academic, athletic, and artistic success of the institution this past year. Numerous students also participated in musical and dance performances, expressing great pride in their school's achievements. CH Reeves would have been named champions in basketball, cross-country, junior junk canoe, various speech competitions, and boast outstanding performances in national examinations. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, extended congratulatory remarks to the student body.
CH Reeves, from the principal, administration, teachers, and staff, continue the good work you have done and ensuring that this CH Reeves remains on the map in the junior secondary school, within, not only within the province, but within the country. So I say congratulations to you all and continue up the good work.
Student athletes Tajanique Morley and Trayvon Monker expressed what Raptor Pride means to them.
Raptor Pride is coming together as a family and just trying your best and pushing forward.
So Raptor Pride means to me to come together as one team to accomplish one goal and to come out with a victory.
Coach Pharrell Davis talks about recognizing the sustained success of the students.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to celebrate our athletes, not just in sports but academics as well. This school has been doing well for the past few years in sports, and so we're just here to celebrate our kids for their hard work and their dedication to show that hey, your job or your work is not going in vain. And so I'm happy for the opportunity to actually present them with their awards today and to celebrate their accomplishment. And so next year, we'll accomplish more.
CH Reeves, a chief institution for progressive youth development. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
All News Team Bahamas picking up their first win this morning at the Pony Baseball 16U Caribbean Championships. Team Bahamas would suffer a tough loss to Puerto Rico on Wednesday, but would bounce back admirably earlier today with a dominant showing over Costa Rica, winning 15-0, winning pitcher Caden Knowles finishing with 5 Ks, and manager Donovan Cox.
Well, today was actually kind of a slow start for me, but after the loss today, I just was thinking, well, I got to get my team back, just get a good start on the mound and give them support that they need. And once the bats get going and my pitching's good, we should be able to rebound and just keep our mindset good for the remaining game.
So I saw confidence in these guys. I saw mental adjustments, physical adjustments, and I think that they had a better mindset than they had from the day before. And I think that the bats are just starting to get hot, and I expect another game like this tomorrow.
On the professional track circuit, Anthony Strawn hoping to regain her top form post-injury. Strawn competing at the 2025 Jamaica Athletics All-Comers Meet in Kingston, Jamaica last Saturday, where she secured a pair of first-place finishes in her specialty events, the 100 and 200 meters. Strawn clocked the season's best time of 11.34 seconds to take the win in the 100-meter final. In the 200, Strawn crossed the finish line first again in another season's best time of 22.86 seconds. Now, before her injury, Strawn had been preparing for a 4th Olympic appearance at the 2024 Olympic Games. She was coming off the heels of a strong 2023 season that was highlighted by her making it to her first global final in the women's 200 meters at the 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary. And that's when we look at your sports on this Thursday. A check on weather when we return.
Did you know you could send a local bank transfer to a $1 wallet? It's the same as sending a transfer to an account at another local bank. Simply use the wallet's 12-digit top-up address as the account number, savings as the account type, Central Bank of the Bahamas as the bank, and $1 as the branch with branch code or transit number 12,000. Don't use urgent or priority delivery. Transfers to $1 wallets are processed through the Bahamas Automated Clearinghouse Network within 1 business day.
Measles is on the rise around the world, and the Bahamas is at risk,
which makes us very vulnerable as a nation for the possible outbreak of measles cases.
Every Saturday in May from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Ministry of Health and Wellness will host MMR immunization visits in South Beach, Coconut Grove, Fox Hill, and Elizabeth Estates. Clinics in these areas will remain open until 8 p.m. twice per week. Get your child immunized now.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories.
So you like my new room?
And dreams become your life.
This is retirement.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royson. We have a frontal boundary now pushing through South Florida with some heavy showers and thunderstorms over the South Florida area. And we have a couple pockets moving across parts of the northwest Bahamas, and that will continue drifting towards the south. But we expect that front to stall and then back up as a warm front over the next couple of days. So the extreme northwest Bahamas, those Grand Bahama, Abaco, those are the ones who will experience a bulk of it. And if we're lucky, we might simply get a passing shower here in the capital. And the temperatures around the family of islands, Marshall, Abaco, at 85, Grand Toll Key and Freeport, Grand Bahama at 84 degrees. The Berry Islands also 84 degrees. Allenstown, Bimini 83 also in Harper Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Cat Island 82 degrees. Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, St. Andros 83 degrees. In Fresh Creek, Central Andros, they have a temperature of 82. 82 also in Georgetown, Exuma, Rum Key and San Salvador. In Betsy Bay, Maguana 83 degrees. Acklands 83. Ragged Island at 81. Matchy, Tananagua 83, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at clear to partly cloudy and warm conditions. That's here in the capital, but showers and thunderstorms likely up in the extreme northwestern parts of the country, with your low temperature falling off to 78 degrees. And then tomorrow, it's going to be nice with periods of clouds and sunshine, high temperature climbing up to 88 degrees, and your extended weather forecast for the next 7 days. Lots of sunshine remaining in our forecast during the daytime. It wouldn't be until about Wednesday before we get some showers in our forecast here in the capital. But temperature-wise, upper 80s right into Monday, and then we start clocking some 90s as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday up next week. Royson.
Looks like it might be some perfect boating activity. Thank you so much, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.